profit incentive and all that is a crazy fucking thing, man. You know, you got Big Pharma with all their incentives during COVID. Then you talked about the military-industrial complex. It's crazy to think the disconnect between morals and reality when it's in the best interest financially of these people to have other people dying or being killed with the very products they make. And the more of it happens, the better. It's like you're talking about death here. Like that means there's no morals. Like the owner of Trader, or not the owner, like the CEO of Trader Joe's wrote a couple of books, and or was it Whole Foods? I always confuse. I think Trader Joe's is owned by Aldi's. Whole Foods is like a separate thing, but whatever. Anyway, the guy who was the longtime CEO, or maybe still is, of Whole Foods wrote these books. One of them is called Compassionate Capitalism, or Conscious Capitalism. So it's basically he's saying, like, look, I'm going to make a case study here, or show you a study of like how corporations can be responsible and have greater longevity without being so cutthroat. Like he's basically saying, like, we can do all the same thing and make a lot of money and have like long-lasting brand power and survivable and sustainable corporations without like being cutthroat as fuck. So like maybe like it's a shame that there's a disconnect between the morals of human life and making money on selling things to end human life. It's fucking crazy.
But I don't know how you do that when you're a defense contractor, though. The more conflict, the more profit. Like it's a simple scenario, simple equation.
Yeah.
I think it's different with them. There's no compassionate capitalism or conscious capitalism with these guys. Like there has to be a conflict somewhere in order to justify their existence, or there has to be at least the threat of a conflict somewhere in order to justify their existence. And not just so much their existence. If they did implement the conscious capitalism strategy, they would be fine. Just because we have a huge military budget as is, it just increases even more during times of conflict. And I feel like we need some kind of conflict in order to. It's just crazy. We just go from one thing to the next. The amount of conflicts our country has been embroiled in post World War II
one after another.
It just rolls through the decades, throughout the 20th century, into the 21st century. Yeah. It's like nonstop. And Eisenhower said, beware of the military-industrial complex, and we didn't listen to him.
Because
so here we are.
Because it makes killing profit.
Yeah, to make
profit.
Exactly.
Profit. There's profit in death of human beings. You will make money, and the company and their shareholders will all have a ton of fucking money because people are getting killed using their products. And that's if once those two things, I think that's what Eisenhower, the crux of his warning was about, is like when you align these two things into they're now both in the same the interest of like having people being killed during war and making money off of it. Once those two things are aligned, that's a fucking moral hazard. Huge
because
fucking moral hazard.
We will create problems where none are. Like Iraq is a great example.
We're getting involved where we don't need to be.
Exactly.